Now we are going to speak about adjectives. What are adjectives in the English language? Adjectives in the English language are الصفات بالعربي. I have to describe a word with this adjective. For example, I'm speaking about Ahmed. I want to describe Ahmed, whether he is tall, short, big, small, fat, thin. I will describe him by using an adjective. Let's see the adjectives. The adjective is a descriptive word. كلمة بوصف بيها. For example, when I say the girl is beautiful. The girl is beautiful. I'm describing the girl that she is beautiful. Here is the adjective. The word beautiful. البنت جميلة. I'm describing بوصف البنت بإنها beautiful. جميلة. When I'm saying Tom is tall. Tom is tall. I'm describing Tom that he is tall. طويل. So, an adjective is a descriptive word. بوصف بيها the person I'm speaking about or the thing. I can describe a thing. For example, when I say the dog is black. I'm describing the dog that it is black. Black is an adjective for the dog. So, I can describe a thing or a person with this adjective. Okay. How can we use an adjective in the sentence? When shall I put the adjective? The adjective can be in two places in the sentence. Either it is after verb to be, or some verbs like seems or look, seem or look, and so on, or verb to be, or it can be before the noun I'm going to describe, before the noun. Let's have an example. The car seems nice. I will describe the car here with the word nice. It's an adjective. Get fين after seems. These are from the verbs I can use before the adjectives. The boy looks tired. Here, tired is the adjective. Also, the verb look, from the verbs I can use before the adjectives. Or I can use it after verb to be when I say my mom is old. So, old here is an adjective and we use this adjective after verb to be. Okay, this is the first case. The second case, I'm going to use the adjective before the descriptive word. Let's say, for example, when I say a big cat. A big cat. Here, where is the adjective? It's the word big. I'm going to put big before the word I'm describing, before the cat. A big cat. A beautiful girl. I'm describing the girl that she is beautiful. I would put the adjective before the word I'm describing. I will put smart boy. I am describing the boy that he is smart, so I put the adjective before the word I'm describing. So the adjective is a descriptive word. I'm going to describe anything or anyone with this adjective. It can be in two places, either after verb to be or after look and see, or it can be before the word I'm going to describe.
Everybody sing with me.
The adjectives can be in two cases. It can be comparative case or superlative case. I have two cases for the adjective. Either it is comparative or superlative. What's a comparative and what's a superlative case? When I'm going to compare between two friends or two things or two people, I'm going to use the comparative form of the adjective. يعني لو أنا بقارن بين اتنين سواء كانوا شخصين أو شيئين, I'm going to use حالة اسمها حالة comparative اللي هنعرف تكوينها. If I'm comparing between one and more than one, واحد ومجموعة, a group, or thing and a group, I'm going to use the superlative case. Let's see the comparative case. Okay, the comparative form is when I am comparing between two. Either they are group and group, person and person, or thing and another thing. Okay, I'm comparing between a group and a group, person and a person, thing and a thing. يعني طرفين متعادلين زي بعض, جروب وجروب, شخص وشخص, thing وthing. Okay, how can I form the sentence in the comparative form? Number one, when I say big, and I have two persons. I have Tom and Lucy. I want to say that Tom ده أكبر في الحجم من Lucy. How can I say it? I will put the subject, which is Tom, the subject number one. Then verb to be, which is the adjective. And I will put ER, then, and then the second subject. I'm going to say Tom, subject number one, is verb to be, bigger, big is the adjective, plus ER, then, and Lucy is the subject number two. So when I'm making a comparative form, I will say verb to be, adjective plus ER, the word then. This is the form. Verb to be, adjective plus ER, then. Before I start, I will put subject number one, I'm speaking about, and at the end, subject number two, I'm speaking about. Let's have another example. When I say Ahmed, and I have the adjective old, and I have Mona. I want to say in Ahmed old, كبير, أكبر من Mona. Let's do it. I will say Ahmed, this is the subject number one. Where is verb to be? Ahmed is. Where is the adjective plus ER? It's going to be older than, and subject number two, which is Mona. Ahmed is older than Mona. طيب. When I have an adjective and this adjective is a CVC word. What's a CVC word? يعني we have a vowel in the middle. For example, big. Consonant, vowel from the 5 vowels and then consonant again. Hot. Consonant, vowel and then consonant again. What shall I do? Before I put the ER, I will write the last letter twice. يعني I will put G and G, then the ER. Bigger. I will double it. Hotter. Fatter. Double T. Because it's a CVC word. If I have an adjective and it is a long adjective, like the word beautiful. I have here the word beautiful, it's a long adjective, and I can divide it into syllables. Beautiful. So I'm going to have this form. I will put more, and then the adjective, and then. Mona is more beautiful than Noha. I cannot put ER behind it, no. Mona is more beautiful than Noha. Okay. And the same way with the word interesting. Okay. If I want to say interesting in the comparative form, shall I put ER at the end? No, because it's long. I can divide it into syllables. So I will say, for example, more interesting than. The film is more interesting than the play. Now, I want to compare between one and a group. For example, I have Yasser and his classmates. classmates دول كل أصحابه اللي في الكلاس. كل التلاميذ اللي موجودين في الكلاس. I'm going to compare ياسر بكل الأولاد اللي موجودين في الكلاس. هنفرض إن ياسر ده هو أشطر حد في الكلاس أو أسوأ حد في الكلاس، أطول حد في الكلاس. في صفة معينة هو بيتميز بيها عن كل الولاد اللي في الكلاس. هعمل الفورم دي إزاي؟ I'm going to say, for example, I have the word here. Let's say tall. This is the adjective. I will say Yasser is the tallest one in his class. أطول واحد في الكلاس بتاعه. طيب, what's the form here? Verb to be. The plus est here after the adjective. The before the adjective. Adjective est and then the rest of the sentence. So let's have the form. It's subject number 1. Verb to be. The subject, verb to be, the, and then the adjective plus est, and then the rest of the sentence. Martha is the biggest. The same way, when I'm having a CVC adjective, I will double the last letter and then est. I have here verb to be, the, adjective, and then est. Okay. So when this adjective is long, what's the for? This is for the short adjective. If it is long, I will put, or I will make this form. For example, I have the word beautiful. So I will say Martha is the most beautiful girl. Here I will put the most and then the adjective. I will not put est after the adjective. It's already long. Martha is the most beautiful girl. Again, Martha, verb to be, the most beautiful girl. So the form will be subject, verb to be, the most, and then the adjective. The subject, verb to be, the most, and then the adjective. Another example is the word pretty. It's an adjective here, it's short, and we have y at the end. When I'm putting it into a comparative form or a superlative form, I have to take this y and replace it with I. If I want to say pretty, I will put I and then er, prettier. Or in the superlative form, I will put I instead of y and prettiest, est. So when I have a short adjective and it has y at the end, I'm going to replace it with I and then put er or I and then est. For example, I will say, how is the dog running? It's a question starting by how. How is the dog running? I'm going to answer it and say, the dog is running quickly. Here I have the word quickly. هي دي إجابة الجملة. أنا I have asked the question by how. إزاي الدog بيجري. I have answered the dog is running quickly. This is the answer. So the adverb can answer a question starting by how or when or where. Number 2, we have to say that the adverb always has ly at the end. It is an adjective plus ly. So the adverb almost has ly at the end. Okay. Let's have an example. When I'm saying the girl is very good here, I have here an adverb which is very. The girl is very good. Very is an adverb. The adverb here describes this adjective which is good. So the adverb can describe an adjective. As we said, the girl is very good. Or it can describe a verb. A verb. How? Like we have said, the dog is running quickly. The dog is running quickly. I'm describing the running of the dog as it quickly. I'm describing the running. أنا بوصف الفعل نفسه، الجري نفسه إن هو سريع. So the adverb has to have ly at the end, and it describes an adjective or a verb. Some adverbs, they have no ly at the end. Like what? Like the word hard. Okay. For example, when I say he studies hard. بيذاكر بجد. He studies hard. Hard is an adverb and it doesn't have ly. ما فيهاش ly. What else? It's the word fast. When I say the boy writes fast. What else? It's good. So the adjective. If it is an adverb, it's going to be well. Okay, like he knows English well. This is an adverb, well. Okay. These are the adverbs. We have said that it's a descriptive word, but we don't have to describe a noun like the adjective. It can describe a verb, and it can describe what else? The verb and the adjective itself. I can describe an adjective by an adverb.
You know your ABC.
If I want to have an adverb, I have an adjective, for example, like happy. And I want to have an adverb from this adjective. What am I going to do? I'm going to take off or to cross out the y and put I and then put the ly. It's going to be happily. It's going to be happily. Okay, so if I have any adverb and I have here y at the end, I'm going to replace it with I and then add the ly. The adjective, in order to be an adverb and has y at the end, I'm going to replace it with I and then ly. So it's going to be an adverb. Here I have the word easy and it is an adjective. I want to make an adverb. I will take the y, put I and then ly. It's going to be easily. Easily. So if I have an adjective and I want to form an adverb from it and it has y, I'm going to cross out y, put I and then ly, like happy, happily, easy, easily, and so on. For example, when I say Ahmed answers the test easily. I'm here describing. Here I have an adverb, easily. It has ly at the end. I'm describing the verb itself, which is the answer, that he answers easily. So I have crossed out the y of the word easy and put I and then ly. Ahmed answers the test easily. Okay. We have some adjectives we cannot form in the comparative or superlative form the same way, like adding er or est to the adjective. What are these adjectives? They are good, bad, little, much, and far. In the comparative form, good is going to be better, bad is going to be worse, little is going to be less, much or many the same. Many and much, they are going to be more. Far is going to be further. In the superlative form, the good is going to be best, bad, worst, little, least, much, most, and far is going to be furthest. So, good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, little, less, least, many or much, more, most, far, further, and furthest. These are the adjectives. We cannot do them easily with the same way we put the comparative and the superlative form.
Bobby, sing with me.
We hope you enjoyed our episode today, and we hope to meet you next time, inshallah.